Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our 11th chat in the Fireside chat series entitled Getting the Best from Your Difficult Employees. I'm Dr. KD Ewulu, as always. I'm the executive coach and author of the leadership book, Big Dreams, Making It Happen for Organizations and Teams. Thanks for joining me for this 15-minute chat. And if you're not able to join us live, that's fine. You can watch the replay of this presentation at a more convenient time. So today, we're going to go into a little bit more detail concerning communications. And we're going to be placing some particular emphasis on how to obtain and manage the best possible outcomes from your difficult team members. Now, this is regardless of their status as entry levels, mid-levels, business owners, or even C-suite members. So firstly, we're going to identify and categorize some of the difficult employees that we often encounter in our teams. We're going to be calling them, for the sake of today's discussion, low-attitude team members. Now, by definition, low-attitude team members demonstrate low interactive and performance attitudes, which can, of course, dampen morale, and team productivity. Now, low attitudes often originate from internal and external sources. Internal sources being when they either cannot fully grasp the concepts and techniques needed for task execution, or they feel they're not being supervised for optimum outcomes. And of course, external stimuli includes when something in their private lives dampens their enthusiasm or belief in their abilities. Now, this group of low attitude team members can be subcategorized as follows. There are low attitude team members who are not skilled at their tasks. This subcategory can further be subdivided into two groups, namely the time waster and the anti-management type. These are team members, low attitude team members, who are not skilled at their tasks. The time waster and the anti-management type. Secondly, you have the low attitude team members who are skilled at their tasks. Now, this subcategory can further be subdivided into two groups, namely the fault finder and the loner. So in essence, the low attitude team members who are good at what they do can be subdivided into the fault finder and the loner. So let's start at the top to describe these groups, their peculiarities, and showcase what we must do to get the best out of them. Number one, the low attitude, low skilled employee. And in this first case, I mean the time waster. The time waster normally turns in sloppy work late. So not only is their work late, but it's not up to standard, okay? Or they wait until the very last minute. And then they frequently ask for help from other team members. Basically, they're distracting other team members and could cause other members of the team to be late as well. How do we counter the time waster, this low attitude, low skilled employee who wastes time? We can counter the time waster by setting shorter deadlines to buy us some supervision or correctional time, okay? We call them false deadlines, where, for instance, if something is due on a Thursday, you can tell them it's due on a Tuesday, knowing that when they submit on Tuesday night, you have the whole of Wednesday to fix their sloppy work and still be on time for Thursday. So basically, it buys us some supervision or correctional time. We can also check up on their progress frequently, being very clear about quality expectations. And we can encourage them to come directly to us, the team leader, when they have issues, and not to their teammates. Remember, I did say earlier that when they go to their teammates, the tendency is for them to delay the outcomes of their teammates as well. So the entire team is late because they are being distracted by this time waster. The second type of low attitude team member is the low attitude, low skilled employee. And that's the one we call the anti-management type. Now, the anti-management type covers up for their low skill level by making gloomy pronouncements with regards to management. In doing this, they create and grow rumors. Now, you can counter this person, this anti-management type, by requiring that they share the source of their concerns and information, and requiring that they validate their concerns with data. You know, data never lies. So in essence, transparent requests asking for this backup information in a public setting often goes a long way in deterring the anti-management type from their morale dampening activities. It's also important to involve your human resources department, your HR department, early to help guide leaders and mid-levels in the management of such team members. So to effectively corral the time waster and the anti-management types of difficult employees, you counsel them. Now, counseling is a strategy that focuses strictly on corrective measures, and oftentimes it does require some external influencing from your EAP, that's an acronym for your Employee Assistance Program, or the HR department. Now, you need to remember that the time waster and anti-management type are neither good at their tasks, nor do they display great attitudes. They therefore undermine productivity and motivation and should be cut out of the rest of the team, at least until corrective measures applied to them begin to yield positive results. This brings me to the second part of this brief conversation, where we're looking at the low attitude but highly skilled employee. All right, there are people who have bad attitudes, but they're good at their jobs. Okay, and I did say that in this type, the low attitude and highly skilled employee, you have the fault finder and the loner. The fault finder is the kind of person who will not celebrate other team members' successes. They're always criticizing others and their ideas, and they do this without offering any alternative solutions. They're always finding fault. And you know, you can counter the fault finder by asking them to contribute at brainstorming sessions. When you openly ask them for their contributions and they're not able to tell you something, then it's obvious when they begin to find fault with others that it's just being difficult. You're going to have them quiet down. If they can't make any contribution, any meaningful contributions in the brainstorming sessions, then neither are they going to be finding fault with other people's contributions. Now, the second part is the low attitude, high skilled employee, that is the loner. The loner or antisocial employee prefers to work alone, does not share information, does not contribute to meetings, and is reluctant to delegate. Now, we can counter the loner by making them outline what they're working on, informing them about which aspects of their work that you expect them to delegate, helping them choose who the best delegate should be, because they don't interact, they don't know people, they work alone. So not only are you going to ask them to delegate, but you're going to have to help them with selecting the best person to delegate to. You can also make them serve as note takers in meetings, generally delegating the quiet work of gathering data, preparing charts, research, and sharing information electronically rather than in person, since they don't like to interact anyway. Now, how do you effectively corral the fault finder and the loner? You effectively corral these two types of difficult employees by relating with them. Remember, the first group, we counseled them. The group that are neither good at their job, okay, or have a good relationship with people. This next group are good at their job, but they don't have a good relationship with people. So you relate with them. How do you define relating? Relating with the fault finder or the loner type is a strategy that focuses on communicating extensively with the person to find out what their pain points are. Remember, the fault finder and loaner are good at their jobs. They're just not good with relating with other team members. Therefore, they tend to demotivate their team members with their behaviors. They are not to be replaced, but efforts should be made to patiently listen to them, try to understand them, and eventually, hopefully, coax them out of their doldrums. So, over the last 10 to 15 minutes, we have reviewed how to get the best out of our difficult employees by our actions, our conversations, our mien, and our willingness to flex, okay, to adapt based on their organizational needs, their temperaments, and their levels of competence. Having said that, it is time for me to say goodbye today. My time is up. We're going to pick it up from here when you join me in 2 weeks' time on the same platform as we continue our review of my leadership book, Big Dreams, Making It Happen for Organizations and Teams. Now, in our next broadcast on Monday, June 24th, 2024, titled Effective Correctional and Counseling Techniques for Low-Performing Employees. Let me say that again. Next, in 2 weeks, we're going to be looking at effective correctional and counseling techniques for low-performing employees. We will learn how to apply lawfully appropriate methodologies and techniques to lower-performing team members so they can improve without demotivating the team. I want you to be there, my friends. I want you to be there. All right. Please get prepared for broadcast number 12 by grabbing a copy of my book as you can see on the screen there, the QR code on the screen and on the background to the left of the screen. It will take you to the links below. The first link, labeled paperback link, okay, takes you to being able to get a copy of the book on paperback, okay? Physical. The next link is the ebook link. It allows you to download the ebook copy of the book onto your laptop or onto your mobile reader, whatever works for you. And of course, the ebook version is cheaper than the paperback version. All right. Again, the URL code, the QR code that you see on the center of your screen, you just have to take a picture of that and it takes you straight to pick up a copy of the book. All right. Now, for those of you who are desirous of setting up an appointment with me to talk a little bit more about organizational issues, scheduling, project management, team dynamics, change management, doing more with less, all that good stuff that has to do with leadership and getting productivity from your team members, you can go ahead and schedule a meeting with me. Right there at the bottom of the QR code, you're going to see a Calendly link. That's my online calendar. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this so you have all the information on how to get back in touch with the KDL team. Now, we do have 2 outstanding programs that are currently going on. The first one is our CTP initiative. It is our Corporate Turnaround Program initiative. You want some more information on that? The link directly below that takes you to the description, of course, of what it entails and how to get involved in that program for your organization. Okay, and then of course we have the annual coaching subscription information. Again, the link at the bottom of the screen there. That is for those who require one-on-one coaching from me, whether you're a new business owner, whether you're an intern, a rookie just coming into a new industry, whether you're a mid-level waiting to break through to the glass ceiling, or whether you're a director, or whether you're already a C-suite member, a VP, a president, looking for a coach to bounce ideas off of. Whatever the case may be, that's how you get to see the description of the annual coaching subscription information. All right? Okay. Having said that, my friends, you can also connect with me on LinkedIn to receive notifications about these fireside chats. We have about 6 more of them scheduled every other Monday until sometime in August 2024. I want you to have a focused, successful, and satisfying 2 weeks. And I'll see you at our 12th broadcast on Monday, June 24th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. This is Dr. KD Ewulu. I'm cheering for you as you inspire and get the best outcomes from your difficult employees. Cheers and take care. See you again sometime. Bye for now.